Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, you ready for a great week? It's Monday. All right, that kind of sounds weird unless you've watched Tiger King on Netflix, so you have to check that out to make sense out of my little inside joke. But anyways, you guys have a really cool workout for today on this lovely Monday. It's called Deck of Cards. If you have not done a workout like this, it's pretty cool, where each suit of your deck of cards is going to tell you what movement you're going to do today, and the number on the card is going to tell you how many reps, and you're going to go through the entire deck of cards until you are done. So find a full 52 deck of cards. We won't use the jokers or anything like that, but all of the main suits and numbers, we're going to want all of those. So deck of cards, you're going to have 4 different movements because there's 4 different suits in a deck of cards, and we'll review those here in just a second once we get nice and warmed up here. So to start with your warm-up, we're going to start with 2 rounds, 30 seconds each. So roughly 30 seconds, or set a timer of forward and back arm circles, leg swings, and then plank shoulder taps. And I'll show you what to do for your right and left sides as you go through the first part of the warm-up. So 30 seconds of arm circles. You can do forward for the first part and switch on round 2 or mix it up within the round. It's up to you guys. Followed by leg swings, so grab something to hold on to. We'll do forward and back leg swings. You can also mix it up and do some across the body leg swings. Followed by plank shoulder taps. So when you're down on the ground holding your plank position, these can also be done on your knees. You're going to do the first round only touching one of your shoulders. And then round 2, you're going to switch and touch your opposite side shoulder the best that you can. So try to do that for 30 seconds. Move to your knees for a modification if you need to, or break and then get right back to it as you guys are doing the plank shoulder taps. After that, part 2 of your warm-up is going to be 4 rounds of 12 glute bridges, 6 back to front scales, so we'll do that per side, and then 6 burpee kickouts. So we've got a little bit longer of a warm-up, but there's no real skill strength today besides maybe some stretching on your own. So we're gonna be nice and fired up for our deck of cards workout. Glute bridges, we've been doing at home here, getting our hamstrings, getting our posterior chain ready for our workout. Glute bridges is we're gonna be on the floor, and we're gonna keep everything nice and tight and try to thrust towards the ceiling and lower back down. So we're going to do 12 of those. Followed by 6 per side, front to back scales. So these should be a slow movement where we're working on not only stretching and getting warmed up, but also our balance here. So we're going to bring our foot as up high as we can, maybe hold for 3 seconds or so, bring that back down, and then we're going to bend and try to keep that as straight back as we can and bring that down. And then you can switch and do your other leg, hold for 3 seconds, backwards for 3 seconds, and we're gonna do 6 per side, followed by burpee kick out. So that's a burpee down towards the ground, and we're just gonna kick our legs out and back and a little jump hop at the top. So a pretty substantial 4 rounds of that will conclude our actual warm-up for the deck of cards workout for today. Your skill strength, ignore that part down here at the bottom of my board. Your, wrong side, skill strength is actually your WOD warm-up. So ignore this. We're gonna get right into warming up the different parts of the WOD for today. The deck of cards is going to work like this. So if you happen to draw a heart, that means you're going to do leg raises. If you draw clubs, that's going to be kettlebell swings. Spades is going to be burpees. Diamonds is going to be thrusters. So ultimately, you're going to get through all of the diamonds, all of the clubs, so forth, eventually. But we'll see how it mixes and matches with the random assortment of your deck of cards. The card number is the number of reps that you're going to do. And then it's suggested here in Sugar WOD that you do a movement or you draw another card about every 45 seconds. So if you get through one kind of quickly, let's say it's a low number, it's like 2, and you're doing 2 burpees, you can plan some rest. So if you're looking at like a running timer, then you can let that go for 45 seconds. if you're feeling good and ready, you can draw another card and move through, but it's totally appropriate to take some breaks in there. Sometimes when you're up in the higher numbers, so like the 10 of something, you might not have as much of those 45 seconds, right? So it depends on what movement you're on and what number, but definitely plan for some rest in there. So keep that in mind as you guys are going through. So let's talk about possible modifications. So I'm going to have Des come in over here, and she's going to demo some leg raises here. Ultimately, if you have toe to bar or a way to do that on a pull-up bar, or I'll show you a way that you can use a door frame here in a second, that would be the most difficult progression if you can to use that today. If you don't have toe to bar, I would recommend either leg raises or knee tucks of some sort. So I'm gonna move out of the way so that Des can demo some of those for you guys. So Des is on the floor holding on to the door frame here, and she's gonna curl and bring her toes all the way up and gently tap and go ahead and rest. If we can't do a full toe to bar yet, go ahead and do that, but tuck your knees. Here would be another modification, so kind of like a knees to chest, and then go ahead and rest. Now, she could keep hanging on and get her legs as high as she can, or go ahead and let go of the door frame, and we could just do a single leg raise. So go ahead and raise your leg, yep, and then back down, and she's gonna try to keep her leg as straight as possible, and then she would alternate. So if she did that on her right, she would switch to her left. If that's too easy, go ahead and do leg raises with both of your legs. So those are some options that you guys could do, thanks Des, for the leg raises in your workout. So, and maybe you start with one and you feel like, I don't know if I can stick with the toe to bar method and need to move down. That's okay too. For the clubs, we're gonna do kettlebell swings. So we could use a backpack, we could use obviously a kettlebell, or even a dumbbell would be appropriate for those. Let me scooch out of the way. And I would practice first with a couple of reps of deadlift. So nice neutral back. Bring that up to a Russian swing, so eye level. Warm up a couple of reps of that. And then a full American swing overhead, arms locked out all of the way for your kettlebell swing. Next, spades, that's gonna be burpees. So we already did a burpee kick out, and I'm pregnant. Do I really need to demo a burpee? I think you guys got it. You could totally do a burpee kick out or another modification of burpee to a height. Just make sure your chest and thighs are touching all the way, and you get just a little bit of air under your feet for that jump clap at the very top. The last one is going to be for diamonds. You're gonna do thrusters. So I would warm up for your thruster by doing a couple of goblet squats, so getting ready for the bottom of your thruster. Work on a couple dip, drive, push press with the weight that you're gonna use, and then go ahead and practice a full thruster. So ultimately, there's gonna be a movement in there that we love, there's gonna be one that we hate, but it's the full deck of cards. You're gonna get a good mix of those. So have fun with this one, guys. Good luck.